It's hard to create a work in one medium for me. And I don't often let the medium define what I'm creating. It's usually the idea comes first and then the medium comes after. It allows me to draw inspiration from the past, but also draw inspiration from the contemporary and from the now. I want to be a maker. I want to be a storyteller. Pretty wicked. So first time I saw a really well-preserved Mi'kmaq porcupine quill box, I was blown away because of the colors. To see colors that are this vibrant and between 100 and 200 years old, for our colors to be that vibrant, it was really mind-blowing. And then to come here and see the largest collection of Mi'kmaq porcupine quill work in the world, in Nova Scotia here in Halifax, it's been really cool. So I can just call Roger up anytime I come to the city and visit these, which is a huge privilege. The colors are what I reference a lot. These all nest into one another. I think this entire series has kind of like been a driving force for most of my pieces. It's so bright. And then there's this, which is in my piece a lot. You see this striped half circle.
This is not an artifact. It's living, has personality, has all those emotions for somebody. The idea was to put the humanity back into this material, right? Because it was just seen in a Victorian context, right?
Yeah. They're not objects, they're living and they're breathing, their stories are still being told. So what I wanted to do with putting the actual quill work on paintings, to allow the pieces to visit with one another, to enable the works to be seen by not just Mi'kmaq people who are interested, but everyone, so everyone knows that this history is living and still breathing life into artists today. And I think through creating these works has been a way for me to figure out what these things may have meant, what these designs may have meant then, and what they could mean now. I got all these repeating patterns, so it's been really nice. I can make kind of like an archive where I can pull them together. Like all these designs that I'm working with are countless generations old, but they're so easily translated through this new technology. Makes it super interesting to play with quill work design. So throughout this work, there are designs that are rooted in porcupine quill designs, but also designs that are rooted in other aspects of Mi'kmaq culture and everyday ways of being. For the print, I wanted to play with some texture under the guidance of Jill, and we pulled some texture somewhat similar to birch bark in a lot of ways. So there's the canoe, 1901. Wow. I've done printmaking before, but I never ever looked at it the way that Jill looks at it. And it was an amazing learning process. And I'll be forever grateful for the print that we made together. It really helped me figure out yet another way to like tell our stories. The entirety of this piece, color-wise, represents different stages of the day, all the different cycles of the day, of the season, of the life. For me, these represent clouds. These designs in many different nations across Turtle Island, that's what they represent, clouds, cloud designs. These are based on our basket edging designs, which you can see in a lot of our baskets. Right here represents the breath of life. That, for me, speaks to breathing life back into this work, into these designs, and into my own learning process and my own growing as a person. So the title of the piece means it writes itself, in reference to a vessel on the water.